So I got a question recently about weight gain, trauma, weight loss, how those things can kind of interplay, if they interplay. And I will tell you that I very, very firmly believe absolutely they interplay. Food is about so much more than just satisfying hunger for human beings. And honestly, it's supposed to be that way. Humans are still around, as a species because that is one of the reasons, because food is pleasurable to us and our brains seek pleasure, and therefore we are always thinking and searching for food. That's just the way it's supposed to be. It's what's kept us alive this long. So let's maybe try and pull some of the stigma away from being an emotional eater. It's just part of being a human that you eat emotionally. And yes, this is a really accessible, it's an easy way of coping with whatever big emotions you're having difficulty coping with, right? If you don't have the tools to work through something, then food is an easy way to feel something differently, right? And it's not perfect. First of all, because it tends to be a short time fix, right? You feel good as you're eating, and then as soon as you're done, you feel the same stress or overwhelm, but also maybe a little bit of guilt because of the eating. And so, yeah, that's not perfect. And yes, there is a point at which eating for stress relief or as a coping mechanism is no longer going to be helpful or healthy, right? And I want to be really clear here that I am not a mental health professional. That is not my forte. I just understand that those two things are inextricably linked. The actions that you take are tied to the emotions that you're feeling. It's just the way life works. And so as a coach, my goal is to help you maybe identify some of these patterns, right? Because if you've been doing this since you were really young, then the patterns are so ingrained, you might not even see them, right? You have a bit of a blind spot to what's going on with that scenario. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you are fully aware that you are an emotional eater and you feel like there's nothing you can do about it, or this is normal, this is just what happens when you are overwhelmed. Then those are the things that I can kind of help you to dig in, see what beliefs maybe are holding you back, what thoughts are driving you to take the actions that you're taking. And ultimately, the goal is not to never emotionally eat. Okay, we're humans. This is part of the human experience, right? We have Christmases and weddings and birthdays and all these things where we eat food as part of the experience, and that's okay. When COVID all went down and everything, everybody was stockpiling. Like, I stockpiled chocolate because it makes me feel good. It's one of the things I never give up. And so that is okay to eat emotionally as a human. The goal is to just notice it, to be aware, so that you're not doing it on autopilot, and then you're having the regret afterwards, right? You're not really making the choices that are right for you. You're just allowing that autopilot to run and then catching up after the fact, right? That's what can help you to catch it before it happens, and to really start to make decisions around, is this a time that I want to emotionally eat, or is there something I should be doing instead, right? Is there something I can be doing that is not around food to help get me through this, or to help break through this funk, right? So I hope that that's helpful for you. Yes, absolutely. Emotionally eating is something that can hold you back. It's also not, it's not a terrible thing, right? So let's just be kind with ourselves when we identify that is something that is an issue for us, and start working to figure out what lays underneath. So have an awesome week, you all, and I will talk to you really soon. Bye.